Welcome to Skater Stories, where we are asking members of our skate community to share their story of why they started roller skating to inspire others. I'm Mel, owner of Roller Girl Gang and passionate roller skater. Today's skater story is shared by Kate. I'll hand you over to her to tell you more about her journey in roller skating. Thanks, Kate.
Progress. Okay, so hello, Kate.
Hi, Mel.
Thank you so much for joining me. Your hair looks fabulous, by the way. When you turned, I was like, oh, yes.
Sunrise hair for winter to feel warm.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I was going to say, because I know blue is your colour, but you're wearing blue. So that's brilliant. So thank you very much for joining me today. And please, would you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you, how you ended up roller skating?
Okay, my name is Kate. I'm from Yorkshire. My background is in art and sculpture and model making, but I'm now a ceramic restorer. So very creative generally, but usually sat on my bum doing something. I did roller skate as a kid, but just the usual strap-on skates, barreling around, going forward or falling over. That was about it. Nothing too exciting. I tried blades in my 20s, but didn't like them. Sorry, I feel like I've just gone.
You haven't at all. Like, what about the blades did you not enjoy as much?
I'm hypermobile and I sickled really badly. So same whenever I've tried ice skating, same problem. Whereas quads I liked.
Yeah, because you've got the balance in your ankles.
And I feel like I've sort of jumped around here. In my so exercise is not my bag. I don't like doing it. I have to feel challenged. I like dancing, because if you're dancing, you're learning proper choreographies. And just around about the time I turned 40, I took up hula hooping. Again, just because I saw someone doing it, I thought it looked great. And that's a really challenging thing to learn. To get really good at it, you really have to put the effort in. And you can also tie it with dancing, which is great. I wanted to do hoops. And through hula hooping, I met all sorts of great people who have that sort of slightly alternative vibe that I like, and I guess I kind of have as well. And a lot of them roller skated. Now, about 8 years ago, I injured my back, and it's still a problem. And that's it. I'm never going to skate again. The thought of falling badly absolutely terrified me. And occasionally at hoop gatherings, they'd have skating as well, and I'd have to sit on the sidelines and be really jealous because it looked so fun. And I had enjoyed it when I was younger. And finally, I don't know why, and actually it was just after I turned 50. Maybe every 10 years I want a new thing.
Maybe.
And I kind of stopped dancing because I didn't enjoy doing it on Zoom, which we started doing during lockdown, because it was no longer a social thing. I enjoyed it as a social thing. And actually I always hated the music anyway. So. I really should have found a different. I enjoyed the dance, the movement, the company, hated the music. It became something of a running joke. And it was around this time that I thought, do you know what? Sod it. I'm going to give roller skating a try. And I got in touch with you and we did a private session. And it was okay. I didn't break my neck. I don't think I fell over at all. And I remember at the time, because I told you I had skated in the past, you said, you know, you can hold my hand, let's do it. And I remember you saying at the time, as we're going around, you said, you're not actually holding my hand, you're just resting your hand there. So it was sort of knowing that a rescue was there, but I didn't actually need it. And I think I came to the skate picnic, and then come my birthday later that year, and I'd had a horrible year for various family reasons, I went, I'm going to go buy some roller skates.
Oh, bless you.
And so I got you know, the best pair I could afford. I can't afford these really expensive ones, but I got some decent ones that you recommend, the same that you rent out. Actually, I really like those rookie ones. And I've been doing it since then. And I've tried to come to classes. Unfortunately, because I'm in York, it's just that bit further away, and time and money, sometimes you can't do it. And through the roller skating, over time, because I am quite shy, I know I look quite colourful and I'm friendly, but to sort of connect with people, it takes me a while. And through your classes, I eventually met people from York who were coming along, and one of them has become a particularly good friend, and we do paddleboarding and swimming, wild swimming and all sorts together as well, and that's been great. So I met them through you, and they actually only live up the road, but I would never have met them if it wasn't for the roller skating. So that was brilliant. So that's another thing, it's a whole new social circle, which is great.
That's great. And yeah, I think it's really difficult to know who else roller skates within like the community that you live in, because unless you're carrying them around or wearing them, you just don't know. I mean, people, so you know, obviously I've got RGG on here, but that's not obviously a roller skate thing. It's quite subtle. If you know, you know. But if you don't have like a big t-shirt with it advertising that you're roller skating, then how are other people supposed to find you? And that
it was the same with the hula hooping. Actually, I met hula hoopers in York because I saw one walking across one of the squares carrying hoops, and I collared her. Unless you see them, you don't mean. I think everyone, it's sort of gone out, you know, spiders, you meet one and then through others it goes like that. But we all connected through Roller Girl Gang, which is great.
And I think, you know, thank you. But I think that's why one of the main reasons that we exist as a place is to give that space for connection, and community groups just have that important role really in creating those spaces and making sure that you are there, knowing a bit of background about people, so you can kind of go, oh yeah, of course I know the people who come, or I try to know the people who come and a little bit about them, so that if people say, yeah, I've come by myself, I don't really know anyone else here, we can go, right, well, let's change that right now and try and kind of meet other people who might at least be in your area. Or because we kind of fall out of a habit of making friends.
I mean, I've traveled a lot on my own as well, so I'm kind of used to doing stuff on my own. But even in a group, it's like I say, it takes me just that little bit of extra time to connect, because I'm sort of shy and a bit I could, you know, I'm quite friendly, hello, and it's like, now
very friendly. But no, I completely understand what you mean. And I think roller skating and probably hula hooping is similar. Is like one of those activities that's brilliant, because if you are chatting with someone but you kind of think like, oh, I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to sit down and how like really go all in with this conversation, you can go, oh, my song's just come on, I'm gonna go skate now. Or you can be with people and present with them but still doing your own thing. And I kind of made a joke at one of the Friday night socials that it's a bit like Introverts Anonymous.
Yes.
Kind of skating around, because everyone was enjoying the music together, but very much skating and doing their own movements and doing their own thing to the same music. But no, everyone was very present and very, no one was using a mobile phone. No one was really filming themselves or chatting with someone else outside of the room, and everyone was very aware of the space they were taking up and all that kind of thing. It was a really lovely session, but a fairly quiet one.
I prefer the quiet ones, but that's just me.
Yes, I know. The quiet ones are nice because you have got more space to move in, and you're not worrying about what's this person going to do and how are they going to and kind of letting go of that is quite nice sometimes. But Yeah, no, I definitely agree. So your route back into roller skating, and like it's really good to know people that have come from and tried rollerblades and kind of
Yeah. But
knowledgeably can talk about the difference.
yeah, but I was never much good at any. I mean, I think I even rollerbladed around Stanley Park when I was living in Vancouver.
Oh wow.
Just once. It was a long way. And I think I took them off by the end. I remember going down a hill and the brakes had worn out on the higher ones I had, and I just threw myself onto a grass verge stop. I know how to do hills now, thanks to you. But I skate better now than I ever did years gone by. And I'm pretty much only going forward still. But I do it much better than I did. You know, I've learned lots since starting, and I'm slowly, it's one of those things, because I'm hypermobile, because of my back, because I have multiple sort of health issues that, strictly speaking, could be aggravated by doing this, but it's like, life's short, who cares? But I am a little tentative about things. And my friend who I made, she's progressing quite quickly. She's getting moves and doing the dance, and I've done some of the dance as well. And I was feeling a little bit jealous about it. It's like, why can't I get that far? And then suddenly I sort of brought myself up and went, you got back on roller skates when you thought you would never skate again. And I learned that even if I progress no further, that is good enough for me. I always tell myself, you did it, you took that step. And yeah, that's great. But I'm getting there with the backwards and things. It's just practice time.
That's huge though. As you said, that's huge. And it sounds like you've also realized, and again, to have that self-awareness, I think is something you can't gloss over, of having the self-awareness that you were comparing your roller skating with someone else when actually it can't be comparable, because the physicality of you having hurt yourself so badly that you thought you could never achieve what you have achieved, and you've actually surpassed what you thought you could do.
Yeah.
Like, it isn't the same. So you might get some of those dance moves, and I'm sure if you keep working on them you will, but like your journey will look different.
Yeah, exactly.
And like having that self-awareness to go, no, I'm just having a little word with myself about self-compassion. No, this is how it's going to be. Is a really powerful thing to let go of.
It was good, because last week there's not many places indoors in York to skate. And Energized does 1 hour a week, and it's just after Christmas and the weather's bad, so it is carnage in there. It's kids everywhere, and a couple of friends of mine were trying to do some dance moves in the middle, and I thought, no, this is not safe for me. I did about 15 minutes of going around, and then I thought, this is it. I can't do it anymore. And I was watching them in the middle and they were practicing. I thought, oh, that'd be great fun. But I was happy with what I'd done. And I think once I got to that stage of talking to myself and going, no, stop it. This is where you're at. And you did really great to get to that point. And now I don't find it. I watch them and think, okay, how are they doing it? This is something I can work on when I feel I'm in a safer space to do that, and not with 100 kids going,
yeah.
But it's good. Once I reach that, it's stuck with me, and I live with that, and I'm happy living with that and that level.
Thank you, Kate. That's such an amazing thing. And I think that sounds like a really good piece of advice for someone else who was starting out roller skating, because I think people often compare and they go, oh, well, this is what I'm doing now. Oh, but we're both in beginner class, or oh, I'm watching this person on the internet who they say that they're a beginner and I'm a beginner, but I can't do that. And it's a really hard thing to let go of. So I think hearing that from you is going to resonate with a lot of people. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing. That's huge. So I know that you've mentioned that you didn't think you were going to get back on skates, and then you did. And so why do you continue to skate?
Because I really enjoy it. It's it's great. Like I said earlier, I hate exercise. It's just so boring. So it has to either challenge me, which it does because there's lots to learn, or really, really enjoy it. I mean, I do wild swimming. I'm at a level with swimming. I just like swimming. It's great fun. And with the skating, it's weird. It actually energizes me when I do it. And I've never had that with any other thing I've ever done. It's just something about I come out of skating absolutely buzzing and feeling full of energy, which I don't have much of at the best of times. And I don't know why, but that's why stop doing something that makes you feel that good.
I mean, I feel you're so enthusiastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're radiating such positivity just talking about roller skating. Have you got them on? Are you wearing?
I haven't got them on. I would probably fall over all the wires that.
Just checking.
I should have brought that in because my roller skates tend to be a bit of a talking point with strangers as well, because one's a different colour to the other because I customise them.
Yeah, yours are amazing. Yeah, I think maybe we can make that the cover art or something like that. Is a little photo of everyone's skates. Kate, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
I think it will resonate with so many people, and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I look forward to seeing you soon, I'm sure.
I hope so, yes.
Thank you for listening to today's skate story. I hope you find it as inspiring and uplifting as I did. Can't wait for the next one.